Bagpipe hymn a day, day 70, and I'm a day late. I apologize. Had rehearsal and things yesterday, so I wasn't able to do this yesterday. The tune is Dundee from the Scottish Psalter 1615. It's one of 12 common tunes listed in there, and to this day it's not really associated with any one particular hymn. There's nearly 170 different hymns that it appears in different hymnals. I think in the Episcopal hymnal it's used with 4 or 5 different hymns just in that one hymnal. And it's a difficult tune to play because no matter what key you put it in the pipes, it has things that you can't play. For 2 things, because you have your Scottish bagpipe scale has a flat 7th, both at the top and the bottom. And the tune Dundee has sharp 7ths at the bottom and at the top. Now so your normal bagpipe high G is high G natural. There is a high G sharp alternate fingering that you can use, but there's no fingering you can use to get the low G sharp. Instead of going, you're going, so it needs that note. So there's that. There's also a sharp 4th accidental in the tune, and which is very common in old hymns, and we're going to run into that a lot because we're on to the hymns now that don't quite fit into the pipes. So in this key, you have the issue the low note you don't have. Now the harmony is where it's really supposed to go an octave lower. The harmony, that sounds a little odd to me. So what I put in my arrangement was, which I think sounds more pleasing. Then you come to, well, you don't have either of those notes, so on the pipes. See, you have problems. So that's why in the key of A, instead of in the second line, rather than the second note is G sharp, you can drop down to E. Now that D sharp, you don't have that either, and you can drop down to low A. So just in 2 bars, you're changing 2 notes, and it's just the limitations of this. So ends up on the pipes going. And there's this, what can you do? Well, that's the kind of issues you have in the key of A. So let's try it in the key of D. I think it's more successful because in D, this is your sharp 7th, which is your C sharp. So then you're good. But you still have that D sharp accidental in there that you have to substitute. So in any case, it's not perfect in either key, but I personally prefer it in the key of D like this. So you have to take that second line down an octave, and then you don't have that, you would need the low G sharp in that key too. In A, more issues.